Good morning, Ugly Mugs, friends out there. Happy Wednesday. Happy day before a hurricane. So glad that you guys are joining us this morning. We have some fun, exciting things to talk about. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek in how we are so productive in a 1 week span. So whenever I think of a week, obviously I always think of 7 days, but really and truly the work week is 5. So we accomplish so much in 5 days, not only for ourselves here at Ugly Mug, but we accomplish a lot too for our clients as well in 5 days time. So I'm going to give you some sneak peeks and some tips and tricks on how we accomplish all of that. I'm going to tell you some things that some of our team members do. I have some really amazing prizes to give away throughout this Facebook Live. There's some really great stuff. So comment with questions. I'm going to ask a few questions as well. So I'd love to see your answers in the comments below. So hopefully everybody's having a really great morning this morning, and let's just get ready to dive in. If you are here and ready to learn some stuff, say hello. Love to say hi to you. But for now, I'm going to share with you some insights. All right, everybody ready? All right. So, Ugly Mug Marketing, a week in the life of an ugly mugger. What does that look like? It looks like a lot of fun, but also hard work. So my first question that I'm going to pose to you guys this morning is, what is your favorite day of the week? Not including Saturday and Sunday. So work week, unless you work on Saturday and Sunday, then in that case, that may be your favorite day. So what is your favorite day of the week? So a few of us have answered this question here in the office. I asked everybody. Can anybody guess what anybody's favorite days of the week are? No. All right. So Lydia and Hannah Broom said that Friday is their favorite day of the week. They both kind of said it's because it's the end of the week. They can see all the progress that they've made throughout that time. But also it's a chance to get ready for the weekend, but then also prepare themselves for the week ahead. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Mara and Gina both said Thursdays were their favorite day of the week because they really liked the fact that it's not quite Friday. So there's still time if they're, working on anything, they still have that day's time to get all that wrapped up and everything. And also Thursday's just at the tail end. So again, you can see all the progress you've made since Monday. Hannah Acosta said Wednesday is her favorite day of the week because that's really her focus time. And again, we'll chat about focus time here in a little bit. But that's her chance to really sit down and really concentrate on her client work. And Wayne, of all people, of course, said Monday was his favorite day of the week because it's a chance for a fresh start. So I really liked that. And then I'm the oddball out as well. I like Tuesdays. Tuesdays are one of my favorite days of the week because Monday is a day to really, we're hitting the ground running. And then Tuesday is really that day of everything's getting back in that workflow. So what is your favorite day of the week? That's the grand question. So moving on, we're going to talk about what the next, how do we set up our week for success? So again, everybody in our office kind of does things a little bit differently, but we all pretty much do the same thing. So we are going to talk about that. All right, so Mondays, starting the week off right. Okay, all of us here in the office are checking our emails, seeing if anything came in over the weekend that we need to address, anything that we need to jump on top of right away, anything that we can wait and, kind of schedule out throughout the week. Time blocks. Each of us do time blocks a little bit differently, but time blocks are a lifesaver. If you do not time block your time already, I highly suggest doing that. So for me personally, how I time block my day is I know in the mornings I'm going to check emails for about 30 minutes. I know that probably seems like a lot of time, but again, it's my way of I make sure that in that 30 minutes I'm addressing anything that needs to get taken care of, or I'm answering anything that's come in. Or just, okay, I need to make sure that this gets done at some point in time today. So I file that in. I also time block time for certain areas, certain departments. So I know that on Mondays, I tend to need a little bit more on the social media side just because of the work that I do with them. So I allow a little bit more time on Mondays than I would normally the other days of the week. Some other things. Oh, we all have team meeting on Monday. So you see that down there at the bottom. So time blocking enough time to prep for my team meeting, but then also having the team meeting. We check on quarterly goals. Again, we are going to present in our team meeting what our quarterly goals are and where we are in that process, you know, depending on when we're starting. So if it's the beginning of the quarter, we are really reviewing what our goals are, what we're going to do to achieve those goals. Midway through the quarter, where are we? Are we really far behind? Are we really close? What does that look like? Towards the end of the quarter, all right, I'm not hitting them. I am hitting them. What can I do differently? Updating the team agenda. Every Monday, Hannah Broom sends us out the team meeting agenda, and on there we fill it out. I'm going to show you a sample here in just a second of what that looks like. So we're updating the agenda with all kinds of different information, and I'll go over that in just a second. We're checking any ads that we're running on social media accounts. We just want to make sure that, you know, they're all running how they're supposed to, they're doing what they should, and if we need to make any adjustments. And then again, our team meeting is towards the end of our day. We have that, our team meeting lasts around an hour and a half time. And then if you have any questions or anything like that, again, you would put that at the bottom of your team meeting agenda. So any questions so far? Anybody wondering? Anybody telling me what their favorite day of the week is? No, not yet. We're still waking up to Wednesday. Everybody hurricane prepping? No worries. All right, so this is a sample of a team meeting agenda. So again, we have our, if you can look here. So I just kind of pulled one. Our opening, so we do a fun little opening. Each of us is in charge every single week of an opening. It can be a game, it can be a quiz. We really like Pictionary is a good one that we like. What else? Now the name of the game, Taboo is another favorite of ours. We just have fun. We kind of just joke around and stuff like that. And then the next thing we move on to is customer and employee headlines. So this week, next week to celebrate and failures. So this week, for instance, if somebody's leaving early or somebody's going to be out or anything like that, we want to make sure that everyone in the office knows. Again, next week, hey, I'm out on Friday. And then, you know, we want to share anything. So if those of you who know Hannah Broom know she loves Ellie, her dog. And I was misinformed. I just put that Ellie turns 2, but Ellie's birthday is really in January, so it's not really in August. But we would just have fun things like that. So I think I mentioned when my 5-year-old just started school, so I put that on our team agenda. Again, just a way to celebrate all together. Then we have to celebrate. So those are just certain things, you know, any kind of anything exciting that's going on with our clients. Maybe they reached a goal that they've had with us that they've been working through. A goal that we've maybe hit that we've been working on. So we want to put that there. The next thing, and you may be asking, why are we going to say what our failures are? That's a chance for each other to kind of give feedback on, hey, you know what, maybe try doing this instead. Or, okay, if you didn't allow enough time to make sure that this happened, what do we need to do next time? It's just a chance to review. And also it's a chance to also show each other, like I may be sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, Mara's over here being perfect like Mara does, which she really is. But it's showing us, hey, you know what, we're all struggling, but you know, we're all going to overcome it. And how are we going to overcome it? So that's why we have that there as well. The next section we move on to is our goals. And this, we go through every single person's quarterly goals. We go through Wayne's, we go through Dan's, Hannah's, Lydia's, Gina's, Mara's, mine. We go through everyone's goals. We challenge each other. So for instance, one of my goals, I had something and I was challenged, well, hey, why not also do this as well? And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna change that up then. Or do you really think that that is applicable? And do you think you can achieve it? Or are you putting too much on your plate? Because again, we want to achieve these goals. So we go over those there. Then we have what we call IDS, identify, discuss, and solve. This changes week to week. Sometimes we're having some challenges that we really want to discuss, or maybe you're working on a project that you really want some more feedback on. And again, that's where we would put that. And again, we spend about 30 to 60 minutes in that section. Then we go over our core values. So this is something that's very important to us, is our core values. And so what we have decided, and again, this was something new that just came up, what we decided was instead of going over our core values during our quarterly meeting, so every 3 months we would review them, we wanted to start reviewing them every single week. So again, I really think it's working out. It's always staying at the forefront of our mind of what is our core values? What does Ugly Mug Marketing stand for? So that is something that we have found that's really important and very helpful. And then we have, as you see, special attention review. What is that? I need to talk tomorrow about a project that's going to last more than 10 minutes. I'm going to put that on here. Or let's say I want to start working with a client, or a client just reached out and they want to start working with us, but we haven't really found the time yet to connect, and we want to see what we can do to connect that up. So that would be special attention review. So again, our team meetings, they seem, sometimes people get a little, oh goodness, this is so serious. We have fun in our team meetings. We enjoy our team meetings, but it's a time to be real. It's a time to be open about what you're doing and what's going on. And again, it's a time to connect. So any questions so far about anything? Awesome. All right, moving on. And look, I'm going to give y'all a sneak peek of one of the prizes. So this is one of the books that we have read. It's called The Game of Work. We've all enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure if any of you have listened to any of our Facebook Lives or our webinars, we talk about this book. This is a great book to have. And this is where kind of our goals come from. So I have two other things here too for any kind of comments and stuff, so that are really fun. All right, moving on. All right, Tuesdays. What does our Tuesday look like? All right, so Tuesdays are really, I like to say, are like our one-on-one days. And one-on-ones consist of meeting with either Wayne or your department manager. Hello, Aram. I hope I said that correct. I'm glad you love it. That's awesome. Keep it up. So our one-on-one meetings, again, you're either meeting with Wayne or your department manager, depending on where you are, or who you are, I guess. These meetings are a chance to catch up one-on-one and ask about anything going on between the departments. If you're stuck on something, this is a great time to ask questions, or if you have any ideas. So I know that I go to Wayne a lot of times when I have my one-on-one with him, and I'm like, hey, I think this idea is really awesome. And sometimes he's like, that does sound really awesome. Or he's like, that doesn't sound awesome. This sounds more awesome. And we tweak things from there. Again, if you're stuck on something, if you are trying to work on anything, that is your time. So again, these are meetings. I believe Hannah Broom has talked about the importance of several of our meetings, which are our team meeting, our one-on-one meetings, and our quarterly meetings. These are things that do not change no matter what. So Tuesdays are really those times to set aside. So a lot of times in the morning on Tuesdays, that's pretty much what we're doing all morning, is going in between with each other on those one-on-ones. And again, it's just a really good time to get feedback, or if again another project is up and coming, go through that with either Wayne or your department head. All right, moving on. We're getting to the midweek. All right, Wednesdays, great midweek day. Wednesdays, we actually try not to schedule any of our client meetings or meetings with each other. We work on client work and future work. So I think if anybody read my email, which I hope you did, we really tried to carve out certain days for meetings with clients and with each other. Again, Tuesdays are our one-on-one meetings. Wednesdays, we really try to not have any kind of meetings. Again, obviously our clients come first. So if it is a scheduling thing and that is the only day they can meet, of course we will accommodate. But we really try to set those days aside to be able to deep dive into our client work and also our future work. So with that comes our focus time. So we talked about that at the very beginning of this. Focus time. It looks a little bit different for every single person, but focus time is our time where we don't open emails, we don't answer calls, or we don't meet. Again, each person has something set up a little bit differently with their focus time. And again, it's so important that you don't have your inbox open, you're not answering phone calls. You are setting aside an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to really just deep dive, no distractions, no anything. We will let each other know, hey, you know what, I'm going to be busy from this time to this time, basically scheduling a meeting with yourself. And you are, again, you're focusing. This is time set aside ahead of time and to focus. And again, there's two different areas that you could focus on. It could either be client work, so you're really trying to make sure those website updates are happening, or you're trying to work on ads manager or a marketing idea or anything like that. Or focus time is what we could be is what we call working on future work. So again, that's going in and really making sure that what your quarterly goals are, you're hitting them, and that's what you do during your focus time. Any other questions so far? Nope. Awesome. All right, Thursdays. Thursdays, almost to the weekend, almost there. All right, so again, Thursdays are a day we really set aside for meetings with clients, meetings with each other, anything like that. We're working on our goals. Obviously, we're getting close to that end of the day Friday, being on Thursday, so you really want to see where your goals are at. So let's say you had a goal of writing 25 thank you notes. You know, okay, it's Thursday and you've only written 3. All right, we got to get on the ball. Check-ins. Again, Thursdays, I really like to use Thursdays as a check-in for clients because, again, maybe I sent something on Tuesday. It's not pressing or anything like that. So I just want to kind of check back with them, maybe give them some time to get back with me. But again, I want to check in just to make sure that, you know, we're still at the forefront of their mind. I'm going to go ahead and ask another question while we're on Thursdays. What is something that you do during the week that never changes? So again, what is something that you do during the week that never changes? So something that I do during the week that never changes is on Mondays. My schedule pretty much stays the same every single Monday. It is emails, social media, marketing, lunch, websites, team meeting. That is my Monday. That pretty much never changes unless special circumstances. But my Monday pretty much never changes. And again, everybody else in the office is a little bit different. Mara, I think for her, something that never changes, especially on a Monday, is that is when she sends her weekly updates to her website clients. And again, it's something that just never changes. For other people, it could be, oh, I strictly use this day to do this information or give this information. So what is something that you do during the week that never changes? Anybody? Oh, we have somebody. I'm going to find out what it is. Let's see. And then here, I'll show you the other. So this is another book. This is probably my favorite book that we've ever read. And I think we read it 2 years ago. As you can see, I think everybody has talked about, I'm like the tab queen. Willpower Doesn't Work. It's awesome. Check emails with a cup of coffee. I like that. Oh, that's something that changed for me too. Every single morning I go and get a Tamp and Grind tea. Shout out to Tamp and Grind. Woohoo! So here is another book that I would like to give away. This is, like I said, one of my favorite books. This is actually one that stays on my desk at all times because I actually go back and reference it. This book really spoke to me, and I just really liked it. So Willpower Doesn't Work. So that's the other. So look, you get a chance to win the game of work or Willpower Doesn't Work. And then I'm going to show y'all in just a minute what the grand prize is because it's pretty phenomenal. All right, so moving on, Friday. All right, let's look at the week in review. So I'm just going to kind of point out a fun little story for you guys. So if you'll see that picture below is a team photo of us. If you notice, we're all wearing the same shirt. We are wearing red shirts. So on Fridays, for those of you who don't know, my husband was deployed last year. And Ugly Mug Marketing, if you didn't already need another reason to love us, here's another reason. My team members, I showed up on a Friday. I happen to be wearing red because I found out that red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. And so that's just to tell people, like, it's not just the soldiers, it's also the families and the friends who are also going through that deployment as well together with their soldiers. And I showed up and my team members had made not only me, themselves, but also my 2 little ones shirts that said, Red Fridays, remember everyone deployed. We'll wear this shirt until our hero comes home. So that was something that was incredibly special to me, and Fridays now always have a special place in my heart. And shout out to my husband who is home and safe. So All right, so Friday, again, end of the week. We're at the weekend, all that good stuff. So we're going to check on our ads. We're going to make sure nothing is going to come up over the weekend. We want to make sure everything is running smoothly. We want to also make sure, this is something that's very important that Wayne has really, really, really instilled in us, is we want to make sure that we have our next week set up. Now, there's all kinds of things that can come up during the week, right? Meetings, maybe a new client, maybe a client wanting to switch or anything like that, or add stuff. So, but you want to have a general idea of what your next week is going to look like. You don't want to walk in on Monday and be like, what am I going to do today? What am I doing on Tuesday? You want to have a general idea of what is going on. So you want to set up your next week. So at the end of my day on Friday, about 30 minutes before I leave, I check my calendar. I look at any Basecamp messages or anything like that, any messages from clients that I see, okay, let me set my next week up. But again, we leave little gaps here and there because we want to make sure that if those need to get filled with meetings, phone calls, Zoom meetings, or anything like that, that we can do that on that day. So that is something that is very, very important. And this is where the grand prize is going to come into play. So one more question for you, if anybody wants to answer, everybody can answer, is what do you love about your work? What is it that you do, whatever occupation you have, is it that you love to do? So one of the things that I absolutely love to do at my job is I love connecting with people. So if you've ever called our office, I'm normally 9 times out of 10 probably the person that's going to call or that's going to answer. Call. I'm going to be the person that's going to answer the phone and usually be one of your first connections that you have, whether you've been a client for 10 years or whether you are a fresh client. 9 times out of 10, you'll always talk to me at some point in time. So, but I love the connection with people. Where our office is now, I'm one of the first people you will see when you walk in the office. And it's just one of my favorite things is getting to be able to connect with people. So that's something that I absolutely love to do. So what is something that you love about your job, whatever your occupation is? That's the last question. And that's it. So I said there was this grand prize. So this is something that Wayne, I think, has been using for the last year. I could be wrong. I know for sure it's been in the last, I think actually it is a year. So it is called the Focus Planner. So this thing is really amazing. It's pretty cool. Feels really neat. You can actually set up your week, your month, your year, your quarterly goals, weekly review, my biggest wins, after action reviews, your new big 3. It has very nice stuff right there. All that stuff. So this is really awesome. Wayne really loves this. And so we want to help set up your week, your month, your quarter, your year for success. So a Focus Planner. Hey, Tori. Tori, you love designing marketing content. Oh, I like that. Awesome. See, right? You always got to find something that you love doing day to day. So here's another grand prize. I will be picking a comment tomorrow. I'm going to see who else launches. But I think I have 2 people at least who have commented. So you can I will comment below and one of you will win one book and one of you will win the other book. Woohoo! And then if there are any more, then I will pick from there tomorrow at 10 o'clock who is going to win the full Focus Planner. And this is actually just a quarter. So this only goes for 3 months, just because if this was an entire year, I'm sure this book will be like this big. So this is just a quarter, but then if you like it, you can get more. So Wayne swears by it. Again, I think he's been using it for a year. I do not see Wayne without this book. So it's pretty good. You love, Aram, you love to get to know all your patients. That's awesome. See, connections. I love connections. All right, so that is how we do everything. That is all our secrets. All right, maybe not all of them because we can't share all our secrets, but that is how we set our week for success. Again, everybody does things a little bit differently, but basically this was a huge overview of how we set things up. We love being able to connect with our clients. And again, that's why we have those certain days that we want to have those meetings, because it's also, again, just like I said, time blocking. Again, we're time blocking those meetings and things like that. And we want to make sure that everything, the work gets done. We don't just, meet and then not do anything. So we have to have those times. Oh, we have another comment. Tori, got it. Did you enjoy Game of Work? You liked it? What about Willpower Doesn't Work? Sounds really good too. All right, so that is it for me today. There we go. That's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. Again, if you are watching this on a replay, let us know as well. I will be letting whoever know, whoever comments, who's going to win the Focus Planner tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We'll let you know, and then we will message you and get your address and everything like that to send it to you. So I hope everybody has a great and wonderful Wednesday, hump day. If you're in Louisiana and Texas, please stay safe. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and has a great and wonderful weekend. So thanks, guys. Bye.